Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Sansrold, and today we're going to be creating a similar Melbourne bounce lead for big roomish stuff, similar to KSHMR's Dead Man's Hand and kind of Vinai style, which you guys give them a lot of hate, but I bet most of you guys like those fucking leads they have. So we're going to be creating this in Serum. This is how it's going to sound like. So today we're going to be doing this. Again, if you want to download the preset, you can go to evosounds.com. I'd appreciate it if you watch the video, though, because YouTube ranks videos depending on how long people watch them for. So try and learn some sound design, and then you can go download the preset. Love you guys. Mwah. All right, let's get started because I have to take my girlfriend to school right now in 15 minutes. Okay, so we're going to be turning both oscillators on in Serum, which is going to be here. Oscillators is where the waves come out from. Very straightforward. If you've seen all my tutorials, you will understand that. We're going to put 8 unison in both of them, and one of them is going to be detuned heavily straight at 12 o'clock. We're going to put the blend at 95, and the other one's not going to be detuned at all. Okay, so then what we're going to do is turn the filter on. We're going to put a low MG low 12 filter, and we're going to put it at almost to closing, but we're going to leave it a little bit of a closing here, so there's still a little bit of gap there because we're going to play an LFO that's really fast, like, so we can kind of get that gritty sound out of that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into envelope 1. First thing we want to do is we want to put the decay time all the way up, our sustain time all the way up. We want this to be a fully sustainable sound, no fucking gaps between it, no gradually, no, it needs to be straight off the bat, boom, hard in your face. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit of release at 181 milliseconds, which is going to give the sound a little bit of a tail. Anything with a high release will always cover up more, and it always sounds bigger. But if you go overboard, it will always stick around and your mix might suffer from it. So be careful with that. Now, we're going to go into our oscillator 1 here, and you see I have a bent plus here, so we're going to apply that on. And what this does, it's just a modulation that alters the wavetable we're using, because Serum is a wavetable synthesizer. It has FM synthesis capabilities. It has pretty much subtractive features as well. And subtractive, I mean that it's similar to Silent 1, and Serum has all the massive Silent 1 put together in here. Now, I don't use it as much, mainly because I'm still more comfortable using Silent 1 and Massive, and whenever I'm working on songs, if I just want to get a sound, I know how to make it in those synths already, so I don't want to go into Serum and make it there. But Serum will eventually probably, replace Silent 1 and Massive as it starts getting more and more and more updates from Steve Duda. So that's mainly it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into envelope 2, or I believe envelope 3. And we're going to put this is like one of the keys of the sound. We're going to put is the attack a little bit high here at 3.6 milliseconds. We're going to put a decay time of 1.5. We're going to put in our sustain down all the way. Sorry, not all the way, but like around 6.58%. And you guys can see the parameters here. This is envelope ADSR. If you don't know what that is, then you should go watch my other videos. I also have a video explaining what ADSR is. I might make a new updated one, though, for you guys in Serum because it has a neat visualizer. But for now, attack decides how fast something comes up. So if you're changing a value of something, it decides how fast it's going to reach that value. Decay time decides how fast it goes down to the sustain level, which we don't really have much. So if we had a high decay time, it would take longer to get to the sustain level when you hold something down. But again, we're dealing with milliseconds here. And milliseconds is boom. That's not even a millisecond. Millisecond is really fast. So our release time is at 0.9 milliseconds there. And we're going to put these on our face. And then we're going to put them there. And then we're going to move the blue so it's like this. And this is going to decide how far the envelope changes the knob. Now, once we have those, the last thing, well, not the last thing, what we're going to do is go into our LFO here, LFO. And what we're going to do is apply this to our fine pitch there, which is going to make it so that the pitch of the sound is always moving, and that creates that really gritty effect. And we're going to put this on the pitch of our oscillators and on the pitch of our filter. Okay, so what we're going to do is go into the folder, go into basic, get a sine wave from there. We're going to click it. This is going to pop up. We're going to turn the rate at 164, and we're going to put nothing else. That's pretty much it. And we're going to route this here to our fine, and you're going to have the blue come up like that. We're going to lower it all the way down to here, and we're going to do that for oscillator B as well. Now, what this is doing is just changing the pitch at a very, very, very fast rate. 164 is like really fast. I can't even do it with my mouth. And what that does, it creates that effect. Since the pitch is moving so fast, our ears aren't going to be able to pick it up going because it's so fast. Like, and in essence, that just creates that really greedy, nice fucking effect that everyone is using right now in modern EDM. Now, in our filter section, we're going to put MG low 12. And again, we're going to put the cutoff there, a little bit there, and we're going to put our delphth here. And what we want is to have it like this, where there's a little bit of blue there. And what that's going to do is it's going to open the filter up the remaining bit, but it creates that effect again, like in the pitch. And there we have it. Now, after that, what we're going to do is go into our effects section where the magic happens. So the type of distortion we're going to be using is called rectify. And distortion's always, again, altering the sound. So you can say it's altering wavetables as well. Distortion can lower the bit rate of our waves, so to the point where it sounds like something out of a Super Nintendo console, and it can make it add harmonics to make it sound more dirty or more powerful. So we're gonna have the rectify, and we're gonna put the drive at 28% with the mix all the way up, and we're done there. We're gonna apply some reverb, and you guys can go make it however you want to dry and wet, or you can use your own reverb. I'm not gonna get into that. In the EQ, and this is the secret to the sound, and this is the hard part, is the EQ we're going to do is we're going to put a bell here, and we're going to boost at the frequency of 8904 hertz, so you can see there. And then we're going to increase the gain by 3.8 dB. And I like doing this boost there because it tends to make the sound a lot more brighter and more alive. And that's something I always do, so just a quick EQ tip. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a low pass here, as you guys can see, and we're going to put it at around 405, and that's pretty much it. We're going to be done. If we put the gain up, it does nothing. Now, the filter we're going to be using, another filter, and this is going to be the second routed filter through it. It's going to be the Bandpass Filter, which is so popular nowadays. And the secret to creating the sounds is the bandpass. So if you don't understand the bandpass concept, pretty much a bandpass is pretty much a low pass and a high pass put together like this. And what the bandpass does is it fucking focuses on one frequency. So as you guys can see, if I put the resonance up on the bandpass, this is what's gonna happen. But we have that bandpass be like this. And the lower the mix in our Serum goes, as you guys can see here, I don't have it all the way up, the more frequencies are gonna let out. So the bigger this is gonna get. So if we get it to a point where we can get the sweet spot there, and we can get this to sound like this maybe, what's gonna happen is this frequency is gonna get boosted, and it's gonna give a feeling of that frequency just being strong. And if you hear sounds like the new the Umed Oskan, Vinai, KSHMR, R3HAB Drop Whiz, all those leads are made through, they're only possible through bandpass and distortion being perfectly right. So that's the key to those sounds. And what we have here is just a mix at 61%. We have a fat and drive going up, which is Adsr, it's just doing this. It's like applying a high shelf to it. And you guys can see here. And this is pretty much doing this. So we're doing that there to emphasize the bandpass. And then we have the cutoff at 627 hertz, no resolution, and it's band 12. And after we have all that, we're going to go into voicing. We're going to put this in mono legato, and we're going to put always on. So every time you switch notes, you get that legato effect. And pretty much that's it. And we get the sound of. So this was a very fun tutorial to do because now I have to go drop my girlfriend off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can download the preset on evosounds.com. If I went too fast for you, download the preset and go through the video so you guys can learn what makes this sound what it is. And I'll see you guys next time. Follow me on Facebook at SemWorld and follow the Evolution of Sound podcast and the project. All right, guys. Sorry for being fast, but I got to run.